What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And this one I'm going to be showing you how to make the interior for the Refresh series Laundromat. Here is, I guess, the main room itself. Oh, I left that door open? Oh, so over. Career is done. Anyway, yeah, here it is in all of its, laundromatiness. That sounds weird, but I don't really know. Anyway, yeah, with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. So a couple of things I want to immediately mention before we actually do anything. You should have had the floor filled in from the end of the last part with like gray terracotta. And we're going to start with doing some of the actual decorations, and then we're going to do the lights. So I'd advise having night vision. If you are not familiar, you can, if you have commands on, you can do in the chat /effect @s night_vision infinite 0 true, and that'll give you night vision, and it'll remove the bubbles, and it'll never expire. I remember used to on LN2, I'd have like insane timers, like, you know, 30,000 minutes or ridiculous numbers, and it'd always be fun to see how long I would go until it ran out again. Sad you don't need to do that anymore. Anyway, you want to start by getting out the following materials: smooth quartz blocks, stone stairs, polish tough stairs, black concrete, cauldrons, smooth quartz stairs. That is not what I was grabbing, so close. Smooth quartz slabs. I got there eventually. Stone. And we'll go terracotta. Why not? So head inside of your laundromat, and the first thing you want to do is on the left and the right, if you count, so the dark oak and the strip dark oak are in line, you'll notice, like, essentially I'm talking about the strip dark oak on the right and the dark oak on the left. You want to count to the third terracotta back on both sides and just place a singular smooth quartz block like so. Going back from either side, you're going to do the following. You'll place 2 black concrete, smooth quartz, 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 2 black concrete, and then a smooth quartz, which should give you 5 of the rows of black concrete. That's really the only thing I think that matters particularly there. You're gonna copy those both rows, extending up 3 more times. That made total sense. Just bring the blocks up 3 times. That's, yep. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part. Just living the dream, building laundromat. It's nice to get this one done, though. I've been, like, wanting to do this one for a while, and I was just like, I don't really actually want to do it. Like, I don't know, I just didn't feel like taking that step to record, but I finally have done it. Extend each row of smooth quartz in an additional row. It kind of looks cool as is, but this isn't our intended look, so we gotta keep going, unfortunately. This is a laundromat, not a cool stripy place. Zebra? Kind of. I guess it is zebra stripes, black and white. So, we're gonna have, if you remember the stone stairs we did on the exterior, if you can think back that far, even though it was for me 15 minutes ago, you want to do the same thing on the bottom of the black concrete with stone stairs. So again, you should have 4 rows, and in the bottom 2 by 2, if you look at each one, you'll take bottom left, stone stair facing right, bottom right, stone stair facing right, or left, excuse me, top right, upside down stone stair facing left, top left, upside down stone stair facing right, and it'll give you this, essentially. You just want to have like an area in the middle that you could, in theory, climb into if you're really interested in doing that. That's an option, I guess. But yeah, you want to copy this exact 2 by 2 on the bottom of each of these off of the black concrete specifically. And yeah. We'll do it again. And I'll explain it again, actually. I might as well. Not yet, though. You gotta figure this one out on your own. Only slightly kidding. Okay. You should have this. Do the same thing on top of that on the top 2 by 2 of black concrete with polished tough stairs. So again, bottom right you'll bottom left you'll place a polished tough stair facing right. Bottom right stair facing left. top right, upside down stair facing left, and then top left, upside down stair facing right. Basically, the stairs facing away from the smooth quartz at all times. Bottom half is regular, and top half is upside down. I do classify stairs like that. I realize technically they aren't different, but just for the lack of, or for the logic of explaining it, it does make sense, I think, to classify them as differently. I've had a couple people be like, they're technically not different. And I'm like, I mean, yes, but it's just like, let me use my simplisticiness. Yeah, that's not a word. You want to take each smooth quartz pillar, and at the bottom of it, just inside, you're going to place a cauldron. We'll get the wall in a second, I swear. Not there yet, though. Behind the smooth quartz, you're going to place, I believe, 3 terracotta extending, like, in from either side. So it'll end up behind the cauldron on both sides. You'll then break a hole in your wall on accident on your secret alt account you're using to look at the build, and then you'll leave a gap of 1 in from those rows of 3 terracotta, and in the center 4 you're going to place more terracotta, just like so. We don't have brick yet, but I think we can actually do the layout for the back. If you take the right doorway, this one, you're going to count left by 2, and from this terracotta you're going to go back by 4. Then extend right by 5, and that'll just single off everything. Nothing else really fancy going on here. From this point, we can direct our attention back to the front of the room and actually go all the way forward. And off of the windows here at the bottom row, you're going to place a row of upside down smooth quartz slabs. You should have the cauldrons on both sides, and between the front 2, you'll have 6 blocks in total. Off of the middle 2, you're going to place upside down smooth quartz stairs facing forward. Extend each one back with 2 upside down smooth quartz slabs, and then an upside down smooth quartz stair facing back. Leave a gap of 2 and copy that again. Just like so. If you head all the way back to the right doorway again, you're going to count left from it by 1 this time, and then you want to be forward by 1 on this leg right terracotta. You're going to break 2 moving forward, and then from that front one, 3 to the left, and you'll replace all this with stone. Place upside down stone stairs kind of facing towards the back. Now, if you were standing like within this stone up against the wall, if you look to your left, you'll place 2 upside down stone stairs facing right extending out. Then go to the right with 2 upside down stone stairs facing towards you, and on this end one it'll be an upside down stone stair facing into the previous ones, which looks like this kind of. It's like a little desk where you could have, I don't know, valuables under there. People's clothes, perhaps. That's so out of context. I didn't mean it like that, but I mean, I guess technically it could be like that. That's just not exactly ideal for a business, you know? Anyway, clear your inventory and stop thinking about that and get out the following. Bricks. Birch doors. Spruce doors. Polished diorite. Ochre frog lights. A flower pot. Whatever you want in the flower pot, because I'm really enjoying the pink vibe with these builds, I went with a cherry sapling, because, well, it's pink. And we're going to also go with a composter and oak trapdoors. So, looking from the front towards the back again, you should have 2 doorways. Left one, you'll place a spruce door in. Right one, you'll place a birch door in. On top of each terracotta, you will want to place 3 bricks, and that will also include 2 over each door. Yeah, I was pretty spot on, actually. We're 9 minutes in, and we're almost done. It's always good. Let's get the ceiling lights out of the way before we do anything else. We'll leave the last room for, well, last, and we'll do the other 2. But we're going to kind of do a couple things as we do them. I don't think there's... Is there one in this room? No, there should be. Nope, there's not. That's cool. So, a block above the height of the ceiling in this, like, weird L-shaped room, you're going to place a row of polished diorite up diagonally back from the front portion, like so. Going either left to right or right to left behind this, doesn't matter. You'll place a polished diorite, ochre frog light, 2 polished diorite, ochre frogolite, polished diorite. If you followed like any of my city tutorials within the last 3 years, you should know the next step here. You're replacing basically just 2 rows of diorite, and then you're copying the light pattern. The lights are basically 2 polished diorite between each frogolite, and that's the pattern for the whole build. I'll obviously help you set up with it, but really there's nothing crazy going on here. And you can kind of see what that gives you. The gaps of 2. Unfortunately, the non-square or rectangle rooms will half the time not line up, but I mean, you kind of have to live with that. The other back room, which should be the bathroom, the birch door. The thing we're going to do in here first, actually, is if you were to walk in the door and immediately turn left in this corner, you'll place a composter with an oak trap door on top. Just might as well get it out of the way. The ceiling is pretty much entirely polished diorite, a block above the walls. Just the very center block will be an ochre frogolite, so it's 1 off of the walls of 5 and 2 off the walls of 3. Basically, if that makes sense. Or just find the center. If you heard that and was like, what did you just say? That's what I said. Leave this room, and in the center area, you want to go up diagonally forward from the brick wall again. I'm going to leave where the smooth quartz is open, so I'm just going to have the center 8 blocks, I think it is. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm so good at math. Because it'll change the pattern a little bit. Going left to right or right to left in front of that doesn't matter. You'll place 2 polished diorite, ochre frogolite, 2 polished diorite, ochre frogolite, 2 polished diorite, and then again you'll place your 2 diorite and your frogolite continually until the end of time. And I guess the only thing that should be noted is you want to obviously make sure you fill in everything in this area for the ceiling that is visible, at least from the bottom side. Basically, if you were in the laundromat, you know, minding your own business, trying to clean your clothes, and you look up and there's a hole in the ceiling, you don't want to see that. So you want to make sure that's covered. You gotta always throw in the hypotheticals. The hypotheticals are great for situations like that. Not really. I just, again, think that's really interesting to think about in a normal everyday situation. You just are, you know, washing your clothes, and you look at the ceiling, and there's a gaping hole to hell or something. Not particularly what you'd want to see, but I mean, it could be there. Anyway, I'm getting a little sidetracked. If you are where I am standing right now, I might be on a smooth quartz slab. I'm totally on a smooth quartz slab. To the right, the furthest right smooth quartz slab, or furthest left, or both, doesn't really matter. You want to place a flower pot with a cherry sapling in it. And again, it looks just all nice and pink. Fit the vibe. In either, like, front corner, you want to place a composter with an oak trap door on top. They're sort of different, though. In the left, it'll be the actual front left-hand block. Again, composter, oak trap door. But at the right, it'll be kind of back right here out of the 2 rows you have. Because I don't know, I just decided to do it that way. Rather than being, like, in the way of the door a little bit. That should be the front room done. Right? There's one thing we need. So clear your inventory, and I think we need it for the other room, which is why nope, we don't, which is why I was stalling a little bit. Just get out a spruce stair for a moment, and head back to the little counter here, and I'm just going to place a spruce stair facing left in it. Up to you if you actually want to place it left. You could have it facing forward. I just have it left because, you know, I don't know, there's not very much space there. Head to the spruce store, and this has a little bit more going on than the other room, so we'll do what we can here. Get out the following, though. Smooth quartz blocks, black concrete, stone stairs, polished tough stairs, oak stairs, smooth quartz stairs, smooth quartz slabs, cauldrons, and we'll go with levers. So this will finish this room, by the way. In the, like, furthest out divot here, you want to place 2 rows of smooth quartz blocks extending off the brick here on these sides, which will leave you with the 2 blocks in the center again, like this. You're going to fill in the back row against the wall in with black concrete, and then you want these stone stairs and polished top stairs again. So the bottom 2x2 will be these stone stairs all facing towards the center. Right side up at the bottom, upside down at the top, and then above that you'll do polished tough stairs. I don't think I need to explain it again too much, as you did that like 15,000 times. Taking the left side of it and just tracing it towards you, you're going to leave like a gap of, what is it, 5 or 4? A gap of 4, and then you're going to place a random assortment of cauldrons. I have 4 in this row extending along the wall. And then out of the middle 2, I have the frontmost one brought right, and I have the backmost one brought up. You'll have to crouch to place that one. Unless you place it off the wall, I guess you can do that as well, but, you know. Still be facing... That's a weird sentence. Still face that direction, and you want to be on this little portion of the wall. And out of this corner, you're going to place 2 upside-down smooth quartz stairs facing right, coming off of the wall. If I can do this, there we go. Left of each one, you'll place 2 upside-down smooth quartz slabs, and then upside-down smooth quartz stairs facing left. Opposite wall from that, if you're looking at this corner here, you want to leave a gap of 2 extending over and place an upside down oak stair facing from this perspective right. Right of it, an upside down oak stair facing towards you, and then right of that, an upside down oak stair facing left. The center one, you'll place an oak stair facing into the upside down one, like so. We can actually keep this set for the bathroom. We'll just need one material switch. So head through the birch door for the bathroom. Of course, you got to leave the other room first, I guess. And then you want to just immediately, like, across from the door, you're placing a cauldron with a lever above it powered on. Turn to your right, and off of this bottom terracotta, you're placing a smooth quartz block. Extend it up with a smooth quartz block, and off that top one, you'll place a lever to the left. Off the bottom smooth quartz block, you'll bring it towards you with an upside down smooth quartz stair. And then on top of that, just get rid of whatever and get out a pale oak trapdoor, which you will place right there. Once you've done that, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, my 20-minute estimation was fairly on point. That is your laundromat, interior, exterior, everything complete. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this, and let me know what your guys' thoughts on this one is. I don't even know what's next. It might be aquarium, it might be Arby's. There's a couple that it could be. I can't particularly think. Is there anything I see from here that I'm like, oh yeah, it's probably that? It might be fire station, actually. I'm not sure. Here, I can actually check real quick. If you are curious, I gotta pull up the note sheet, though. Give me like 5 minutes. It is aquarium. Oh, that's gonna be so fun. I'm so ready for that one. That might actually be... Oh no, it's Dairy Queen. It's not aquarium. I can't read. That's good. So yeah, one more and then aquarium. Anyway, with that being said, again, thank you guys for did enjoy this video. Have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.